Welcome to ChordWalk, the definitive creation platform for users running Cubasis on an iPad or for connecting their iPad running ChordWalk with another iPad or Mac running Cubasis. How can a user with limited music theory knowledge and playing ability, quickly and easily, create meaningful and fulfilling creations using Cubasis? ChordWalk offers the solution. In ChordWalk, you can select a chord in the Chord Selection Matrix area where the bottom row shows the triad chords. The middle row shows the seventh chords, and the top row shows relative and mode chords. There is a virtual piano and guitar playing area. There are multiple arpeggiator creation areas. In the visual metronome, the first beat, the downbeat, is clearly identified at the start of each bar, and a beat onset is represented by a scrolling identifier displayed within numbered bars. A prime option is displayed, which stops the metronome running and readies it to start with the next chord element selection. A revolutionary feature of ChordWalk is the facility to route the MIDI data stream, originating at any individual creation area, to be paired independently with individual instrument tracks of a DAW to play the virtual instrument sounds associated with that virtual instrument track. A playthrough facility is provided to play the notes of a selected chord together with the arpeggio notes playing. You can resize the floating windows using touch or with a mouse. All floating windows can be repositioned by holding onto the green circle and moving the window to the desired location. The tempo of a creation can be adjusted in real time. We will now demonstrate ChordWalk running on an iPad, connected to another iPad running Cubasis. We will firstly set up a MIDI Bluetooth connection between the two devices using MIDI Meter, a free app available from the App Store. In this configuration, users can interact in real time with both apps or collaborate with family and friends in the creative process. This configuration is the ideal creative setup for the classroom. We have independently paired each creation area in ChordWalk with individual instrument tracks in Cubasis using different MIDI channel assignments. A revolutionary feature of ChordWalk is the facility to route the MIDI data stream, originating at any individual creation area, to be paired independently with individual instrument tracks of a DAW to play the virtual instrument sounds associated with that virtual instrument track. In this short demonstration, we have randomly selected 6 different instrument sounds, which we have assigned to 6 independent instrument tracks in Cubasis. Just pick the sounds you like, and let's get started creating. Select a chord sector in the Chord Selection Matrix. With Beat Sync enabled, ChordWalk will automatically synchronize chord element selections to occur on the next downbeat or any beat. We will solo Arpeggiator 1, which is paired to track 1 in Cubasis. An arpeggio takes the individual notes of a chord and arranges them in patterns and sequences where each note is played or rested individually in rhythmic patterns. Note values, octave range, gate value, and arpeggiation patterns can all be set. Piano or guitar voicing is selectable. A visual indicator follows the selected pattern. With transposition enabled, you can shift the arpeggio by any interval value over many steps in different patterns, cycles, and sequences. Transposition can simulate playing virtuosity. It adds flair, color, variety, and depth to soloing and is an invaluable tool for beat creation. You can create more advanced patterns and sequences to individual notes in an arpeggio. Multiple independent steps can be added to each note of the arpeggio. Note order, note value, volume, gate, mute, and note active are settable for each independent note step. Chain mode will play the independent steps of a note in sequence before moving to the next note position. By selecting full chord in an arpeggiator, you can play all the notes of the selected chord together in patterns and sequences. We will now solo Arpeggiator 2, which is paired to instrument track 2 in Cubasis to create some complex and original drum beat patterns quickly and easily. Using electronic drums, by changing chord selection, octave range, and interval values, you can create some very compelling sounds and beat combinations. Cubasis provides a very comprehensive range of acoustic and electronic drum sounds. A chord can be locked to an arpeggiator. This feature is very important for beat creation. We will now select some other virtual instrument sounds provided in Cubasis to demonstrate how you can create some amazing harmonies, melodies, and patterns quickly and easily. Here the root note is soloed. In Arpeggiator 3, you can see that you can quickly and easily create a strong thumping bass beat using a simple note solo. In Arpeggiators 4, 5, and 6, which are independently paired to instrument tracks 4, 5, and 6 in Cubasis, we have selected some random instrument sounds. Transpositions, with different patterns and sequences applied to different notes, simulates playing virtuosity. It adds flair, color, variety, and depth to soloing. It is also an invaluable tool for beat creation. ChordWalk supports multiple arpeggiators playing simultaneously, offering interactive and real-time adjustment of settings, controls, and adjustments to all sequences and patterns that are playing in an instrument track. You can interactively and in real time adjust effects parameters for any instrument sound that is playing to generate novel and compelling sound creations. You can also apply real-time effects to the master output. A playthrough facility is provided to play the notes of a selected chord together with the arpeggio notes playing. We will now record 6 individual instrument tracks simultaneously in Cubasis. The ChordWalk Music Theory course and our Creator's Guide are accessible online from the link shown at the end. We have now recorded 6 independent instrument tracks in Cubasis on an iPad in just a few minutes, painlessly. You can now edit an individual track as a MIDI track or render it to an audio track for further editing and arrangement. Good luck with your creation efforts, and thank you for watching this short demo.